for treatment. But all I talked about was the hardware of the computer system. Now, we have to put some software to fix the all. So what are the software for autistic kid? I will not talk long about it, but just to give the names what we are doing for them. We are doing ABA therapy, we are doing occupational therapy, we are doing sensory integration and speech therapy, floor time, and many, many others like Barrett auditory integration training. So biomedical treatments may fix the hardware, but they also need a software. Educational and behavioral therapies should always be included in biomedical treatments. Summary is not always like this, but we know that it starts in the gastrointestinal tract, affects the immune system, and manifests itself finally in the brain. So my treatment strategy for autism is like this: a detailed questionnaire and examination, detailed laboratory testing including SPECT, MRI, and many others, educational and behavioral therapies, environmental controls, dietary interventions, nutrient therapies, gastrointestinal health, immune issues and inflammation, promotion of natural liver detoxification, pharmaceutical chelation, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, biomolecular nutrigenomics, and finally GcMaf. And it can be used in any step. I didn't put the magnetic resonance therapy here, and because it was not yet proven with some studies, but theoretically, I believe this therapy will also work, will also help. So, what can I say is, for me, autism is treatable. Treatment is individual and specific. Significant gains are usual, temporary setbacks are common, and believe me, it's never too late to start. So, this month is Autism Awareness Month, and I'm very happy to speak on this month especially. And for the presentation and for the other information, you can send me an email, my name and surname by gmail.com, or you can use all these contacts. Thank you. So, they are all unique. They are very, very, very special. As everyone told before, it's a huge problem, it's a very complex problem, and you cannot understand which one caused the other. Which one is the first domino who started the domino effect? Who knows? And I think we can handle with many things, but it really needs a lot of tests. So nobody has able to do all these tests. They don't have that much blood to do all. Okay.
First of all, let me thank you for that presentation. Very comprehensive and insightful.
Thank you.
The only possible hint I may have, as far as heavy metal detoxification, I was missing cilantro. Cilantro so far is the only substance known which really can clean up the central nervous system.
Yes, I told from the beginning, I didn't put everything, it was not able to, this is normally more than 2 hours presentation with 250 slides. Here you will find 145. So I had to cut, I need a haircut. I told them to give me 2 hours, but they gave me only 40 minutes. So I'm sorry for this. I know. I also use zeolite, for example.
Be careful with that one.
Yeah.
Because actually, zeolite is a very interesting substance, a volcanic origin with seawater, but it's like a buckyball. On the inside may carry heavy metals.
You're right.
And so I have a bad
You're right. I mean, just even zeolite in my profession.
Right. I'm now taking more bentonite, more tellurite, but in the evaluation stage. But the most important thing is cilantro. Chinese parsley. There's a very good, there's an interesting production facility in northern New Mexico where they actually grow this under organic circumstances with the, and I thought that's crazy initially.
But chelation is my last choice. I mostly make the promotion of the natural detoxification pathways.
But you see, oral chelation would be better anyhow, based on, you know, the founder of chelation therapy. He came around and said, no more IV for him. Yeah. Yeah. But there's another aspect to it all, about this cilantro situation out of New Mexico. They play Mozart's music during germination, growth, and harvesting. And that goes back to the Dr. Emoto's blog from Kobe, Japan.
Maybe I will contact with that lady who comes from Mexico.
New Mexico. Dragon River. Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
I'd just like to ask, I heard that your child had...
I forgot to speak about this. Sorry, I give a promise for this. Okay. Everyone asked me why you're involved in this. So, I was originally, I'm a nuclear medicine physician, and I was working in a university as the chief of this clinic as a professor. So, someday, somehow, I get a child with autism. He was born totally normal. For first year, he was excellent, that I can say. 1.5 years old, he got a shot, which was MMR. And nobody can tell me MMR don't do anything. So I saw with my eyes. I live it. I live it in my house. So I saw the difference in 2-3 days. And it happened. He was totally turned to a wall in 3 months. Even he has no feelings from a candle's fire. He put his hands, he has no feelings. He was like this. He was like a wall. He was even eating his stool like this. So we learned everything on the way. We have no one that time in our country to ask something, to get some knowledge. There was no GcMaf therapy at the time. So we started slowly with hyaluronic oxygen therapy. We tried, we find out the diet, we find out the chelation therapy, we find out everything step by step. Finally, he was almost recovered, that we can say, with no connection with autism last year. But last year, we had an accident. My wife catch a cold. She had fever approximately 39.4 Celsius degrees. A lady over 45 is a huge problem. For 3 days, we couldn't find any reason for this. But end of the third day, it's gone. Came and gone in 2 days. Nothing happened to her. But after 2 days, my son had started tics, then spasms, then chorea, tetos, everything. He cannot breathe, he cannot sleep. He started look like this. It was coming from basal ganglia. We had another problem 5 years ago. We find out his right basal ganglia has creatinine deficiency, and we checked by the Mayo Clinic for guanidinoacetate levels, and we checked with the MRI spectroscopy that it was really cerebral creatinine deficiency disorder, and very rare problem in the world. So we know that area was not working well, and also this area loves cytomegalovirus, loves Epstein-Barr virus. They are all ready to go there. So this time, when the mother had this problem, we checked blood, analyzed other things. So we find out it was a cytomegalovirus infection. The same virus made small flu in the mother, some fever, but because of, I think, the problem on the blood-brain barrier, and he get the virus to the brain, and he had an encephalitis. So he was just going to die. He was in a terrible situation. Because his breathing was going to stop. It was very hard for him. So, what can you do? I turned to a kamikaze doctor. I started with 100 milligrams of steroid, dexamethasone, in 1 day, and slowly decreased in 10 days, and I give IVIG therapies. More than 200 milliliters of IVIG in one vial. I use 14 of them in the first day, and another 14 in the third day. I mean, 28 vials in 3 days. So, but finally I stopped the fire, and I immediately start GcMaf. And now I'm thanking them. This is why I'm here. Every month, every week, I saw a small but improvement. Small, slowly, but he's improving. Now, no seizures, no attacks, no chorea, no tics, nothing again. And he came back. He started speaking again. He started using computers again. He turned back to his life again. He's now with us. And I think GcMaf has a big role on this. Because of the undigested food. And also, I work with a professor of nutrition and metabolism in the Istanbul University. He checks those kids before than me, and he sends me for the other therapies. Usually he treats for the nutrition and metabolism, and we work together as an affiliated person. And we have written a book together, for example, for biomedical treatments. He checks this, and he thinks like this. He reads a lot about this. He gives me this information, and I have no test for this.
We get a lot of tests for amino acids in our business.
Yeah, amino acids. I check for amino acids.
And you know, the amino acids in the stomach are split. We get tyrosine, limonene.
Yes, we indirectly we say this. No, there's no direct test. Indirectly, for example, I'm checking for plasma amino acids plus urine amino acids together at the same time. Mostly what I saw, maybe 95% normal in the plasma, but at the same time, they are all decreased or increased in the urine because of their too much usage or less use than normal. Many doctors I saw just check the plasma amino acids, don't check the urine, so they cannot understand how much they use in the body. But I'm not doing this. I'm checking for both. And also I'm using organic acid testing and heavy metal testing in hair, in urine, in blood. So also it's stool sometimes. And we do a lot of mineral testings. We check for D levels, vitamin K levels, ammonia, lithium, everything. I don't know, maybe we are the most important clinic for this, for doing all together.